Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can tell by the title, today's going to be more so like a girl talk, femininity, how I've been, kind of like a little bit of a life update. It's really like a sit down and talking video, like a long talking video, hopefully. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to start by saying I'm going to try to make this video a little bit positive because I feel like my other videos are more like deep topics and stuff like that. So I've been going through a lot lately, honestly. Like mentally, I've been so checked out with school, academics, just sport, expectations, feeling good enough, work, all these things. So it's been a little bit hard for me to, look forward to things, showing up, being there for myself when I need it. But it's part of life. Like it's what we go through. But yeah, it's been a bit difficult for me. But we can keep pushing, we keep going. Something that I did want to talk about, and as you guys can tell, I did my makeup. And I don't know if you guys noticed anything different from my previous makeup videos. Like my skin is more, like I feel like the shade matches my skin a little bit more. And there's a reason for that, and I'm going to show you guys because I'm so happy that I spent $70 on foundation today. So I spent $70 on this HG Skin Hydro Glow foundation, which is from um it's from Sephora, and I'm literally gonna milk this until it ends. And I'm so happy I did. I literally went because I was trying to get it for my sister. But I was like, at the same time, I've been talking about, okay, I'm gonna start trying to elevate my makeup and elevate my products and stuff. But I've never really actually kind of like looked or worked in towards that direction because I'm always postponing and procrastinating, whatever, and busy life. So basically, I went there and they were asking me like, oh, like a couple of people came up to me, and it was obviously workers, and they were like, oh, is there something specific that you're looking for and stuff. And they did a skin shade match, and then they found something. This is made of hyaluronic acid. I try to switch it up a little bit. I just want to make sure I'm not saying anything stupid. Yes, so it's made of, wait, what is it made of? Okay, I'm not gonna say anything out of my butt because genuinely it's not saying anything here, but I think that's what the worker told me. And um, it's a skincare based foundation, and it has medium coverage. I think it's so. I've used it on my skin, and it literally like matches my shade perfectly. They had one that was like one shade, like basically a half shade darker, and that was a little bit like a warmer tone that honestly would be perfect for me for the summer. But I got this, and I'm so happy. I've put it on my skin, and it's so light, and it's nice, and it feels good, and I'm really happy with it. Like I'm so proud I made this purchase, and this is one of the things I wanted to do, like really elevate and yeah, into my skin, like really invest into my skin. I've been able to save more money and purchase things that are for me and things that I'm happy about rather than constantly worrying about the next bill or paying for my tuition or things like that. It's just been like stressful for that. So I feel like really this part of the year I was really able to purchase things that are making me happy, and I really feel like the hard work I'm doing, like going to work and working, is like really money I could spend instead of like paying bills right away. And I also got this other product which is more affordable, and it's the 12-hour translucent setting powder by Sephora. I was gonna get another type of setting powder from, I think it was Rare Beauty, but I prefer powders that are kind of like this more. So I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna do that. I used it on my skin today, and I don't know if my skin looks any different from here. Like, I don't know if it's glowing, but I think I love it so much. I feel like my skin is just, but it may just be placebo. It may just be because I know that I'm using pretty skincare, and that, like I'm just like preferring my makeup just because of that. And then I use my bronzer, which is the one I use every day. My blush, which is the one I use every time. I use my sister's eyeshadow, and my lip gloss. also, something I wanted to talk about, I've been plotting on the EOS lotion. I've been wanting it, I've been talking about it, I've been telling everybody about it. And sometimes they have like, especially the shoppers near where I live, they will have like a $4 discount on some days where they're feeling cute. And I always have to catch them the day of. But I was already at the mall, so I was like, okay, you know what? I will get one for my sister's birthday and I'll get one for myself. I went there, they didn't have the discount. So it was $20 for one, and I'd have to spend $40 for two after spending like $200 at Sephora. So I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. So I just decided to get my sister the small, like, hand cream version. And for myself, I'm just gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna practice patience, and I'm gonna go and get my lotion when it's time for me to get my lotion. I've been also, I haven't really had time to go and think about like perfumes and stuff, but um, I have like really invested in perfumes like this time around Christmas, around Boxing Day, New Year's. Like, I've really taken my perfume game seriously because I've been, I actually started making more money that I could spend. So I was like, I started like kind of like investing in things that would make me feel more feminine, and that would help me kind of like, feel prettier. So like that's like perfume, that's like skincare, that's also makeup and things like that, and shoes and clothes, and trying to elevate myself. Obviously growing up and not really having to build your own money from like nothing is just so hard. Sometimes it gets so much harder because it's easy really for you to compare yourself, to be like, I want to be able to purchase this and purchase that and afford this and that, but not being able to, because obviously like your story is different. And that's the patience I needed to really practice for myself. It's not done, but I just feel like I'm in terms of like that financial, like on that side financially, I feel like it's a bit better. There is still some struggles, but I feel like in terms of that, it's so much better, and it just made me so happy. Like, I came home and I was just so happy that I was able to look at something and be like, I can buy that, like, like I can actually purchase this and get this and feel pretty and feel cute, and I do, like, and I can't stop looking at my face because I just feel so pretty, and I feel like this makeup suits me. And honestly, like, I've been um trying to enhance my features even more with makeup. Like, sometimes I'll do just like pretty makeup that's kind of like heavy, but it's just, it's cute makeup. It's good makeup, but sometimes I will do makeup that helps my features be enhanced and look so much better. I don't know. I'm just looking at myself and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this face. It's giving. I also got my sister I got her a Morphe palette, eyeshadow palette, because I know she's been talking about it. Mascara too. I got the mini version of this mascara, which was like 40 plus bucks. And then I also got her K Ali. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I got the 10 milliliter pack because the full bottle is like $142 plus dollars. And I was like, no, I'm gonna do that. Um, and yeah, I got her a body scrub. I love body scrubs. I've also been like into body scrubs, but I also try to tell myself that obviously trying to be like financially responsible and smart with my money is trying not to purchase things just because I feel like I can, just because I feel like I have the funds to purchase it. No, like, if so, I'm gonna purchase something if I feel like something that I have is finishing, rather than just collecting things to collect. For example, the EOS lotion, like, I think it was like 3 weeks ago. I was in front of it. It had the discount. I was gonna buy it, but I'm just like, am I buying it because I need to buy it, or am I buying it because I want to buy it? And I know you can spoil yourself and things like that, but I was just like, I'm just trying to practice patience in other areas of my life, and that goes along. Like, I saw a couple bags at Winners that I wanted so bad. It was a perfect mini bag that I've been plotting on. I'm trying to practice patience because despite the fact that, yes, I do have a little bit more financial liberty, it's not completely alleviated. Like, it's not completely gone. Like, there is some things I still need to pay for, bills, some things I need to take care of, my tuition not fully paid. So there's things that I still have to look forward to, and I need to be able to separate my money into sections. So that's what I've been thinking about. And obviously I've decided to, one thing that I said that I was going to work on in 2026, and that's from my first ever video on this channel, you guys could go watch it, is being able to control my anger and not let my anger take decisions for me. And that's something I've been working on a lot, and that I notice in myself when I'm deciding to step away from something instead of acting out of anger. And I've been just so proud of myself, because that's the way you burn bridges, that's the way you lose opportunities, you lose things that are dear to you, you lose people, you lose so much just because you just couldn't control yourself for like 0.3 seconds. And I've been really, really, really angry about track. Like, so angry to the point where, like, it takes like one decision just for me to just walk away and quit. But I know that this anger is not just, like, it's not, yes, the source of the anger may be valid, but the way this anger is leading me is not. And I've taken a step back to just, because sometimes, like, when I'm angry, I just have the need to rant to people and talk to people about it and tell people about it and stuff. But sometimes words slip. You might be telling someone who, sometimes just will report it, and it's just not a good look. So I stepped back, decided to just stay away and calm down. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, just take a couple hours to calm down. Sometimes calming down takes a couple days or a couple weeks, I've taken a bit of time to calm down. I feel sometimes the anger just resurfacing, like when I think about it. But I stop and I try to calm down even more. And I try, like, I feel like I've learned the harsh way. So by losing opportunities, by losing relationships with people, that this anger is just not going to lead me anywhere, and that I need to learn how to control it before speaking up. And I've been doing it. I've been really angry. I've been wanting to get something off my chest about track, but I've decided not to, because I knew that anything that would come from my mouth would just not be positive. It would just be an anger-led decision. And yeah, I'm just trying to take decisions that are going to be rational decisions. They're going to be smart decisions for me in the future. And they're not decisions for me to prove something or because I'm angry. They're decisions because I want better for myself. That's something that I caught myself on a little bit. I feel like in terms of praying, I've been slacking a little bit. I feel like I've been emotionally burnt out a lot lately. So it's been, excuses, I know. It's been a little bit hard for me to motivate myself or look forward to things, or even simple things like even studying or showing up for myself. I still do it, but I don't do it like I'm supposed to do it. And that's how I feel about praying. I feel like I need to pick myself up a little bit and restart. You can feel sad, you can feel mad, but life moves on and doesn't wait for you to regain yourself. So keep pushing. I had 2 midterms last week. Not last week, I mean Saturday and Friday coming into this week. It was like the most stressful times of my life. I don't know how it went. Don't ask me how it went. We'll regroup, we'll see. But yeah. So that's kind of like where my mind's been at lately. Trying to put my energy into things that are gonna kind of like give back to me. Just my hair. And yeah, I haven't journaled or written poetry in a couple days. Maybe a week or 2 weeks if you want. I don't remember the last time I wrote, but I do remember the last poem I wrote. And I was super happy about that poem because it had a really strong meaning behind it. It had a strong meaning. And I really loved the poem. I really loved writing it and rereading it and thinking about it. It made me really happy. Obviously, looking back at it, but it's still a poem that I love. Still a poem that I love and that I appreciate, and that I'm proud that I wrote. But yeah, today's Sunday. The week starts again tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't have class, so I have technically like a day off where I will, because midterm season, like you kind of like you stop classes to focus on these upcoming midterms. I have about 3 to 4, maybe 5 lectures to catch up on classes. I'll start steady and slow wins the race. That's what I will do. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep going. It's honestly been one of the hardest part of my life, because it's not even like, oh, I'm going through a lot, for example, at home, but at school I'm happy, or I'm going through a lot at school, but at home I'm happy, or I'm still like passionate. It just feels like to the point where when I keep trying to achieve something in a lot of parts of my life and I'm not achieving, obviously trying to trust the process and trying to understand that there may be a bigger plan for me out there. But when I'm trying to achieve several things and it just doesn't work in every single aspect of my life, it feels like it's not even like, it's just like everywhere I'm just mentally burnt out. Because now, not only I don't have motivation, when motivation dies, you rely on discipline. I don't even want to practice discipline, because for me it's like, what's the point of just being this discipline if there's no reward for me? Like, there's nothing that's going to come out of it. So that's kind of what it feels like. I've just been so tired and I just don't want to do anything. And I just can't do anything. And because of how much I'm working in terms of work hours, it kind of eats up at my school. Because of track, it kind of eats up at my school. School eats up at track. Track eats up at work. It just, everything just overlaps on top of another aspect of my life negatively. And it just burns me down. That's literally the best way to explain how I've been feeling. But I'm going to try. I'm going to regroup. I'm going to get up. I'm going to fight. We're up for another week. We're up for a better week, hopefully. I was going to do my hair this Sunday. That's today. But today was going to be my rest day. Literally. So I told myself that I would just rest. And I've told you guys, rest is almost like impossible for me. I try so hard to rest, but I'm trying to shift my mentality. Instead of seeing rest as, because obviously for me it's like, oh, it's a rest day ahead, so it's just a day for me to just be able to accomplish more, because I have no expectations or nothing to do on that day. Instead of seeing it as that, I try to shift my mentality and try to direct my rest towards things that I love doing. For example, today I went to the gym. As you can see, I went shopping. I I went to the gym, I went shopping, I filmed another YouTube video on my gym channel that you guys should tune into. And obviously, it wasn't 100% rest as in I stayed home and I slept all day, but it was rest because I got my energy back and I was still able to do things that I love and do things that I appreciate and not have to worry about work or studying or track. It was a rest day. I did get to rest. It wasn't sleeping all day, but it was rest. It gave me energy, it made me feel better, it made me feel happy. So that's how I'm trying to kind of like shift my mentality into like, oh, every rest day doesn't have to be like you sitting around and doing nothing or sitting around and just sleeping. And if you're not doing that, it doesn't count as a rest day. No, a rest day can be seen differently. I feel like today was very like a me day, and I was so happy. Like walking home, I was just so happy because I was like, today was such a great day, and it was like 3 p.m. I think I got home around 3 p.m. And I was just like, it's such a great day. I ate. I got some Chipotle because I went to the gym, so I got some Chipotle. I ate. I gave my sister her gift, and I napped. And I woke up and here I am. So it's that's how I'm kind of trying to shift my mentality, because if I try to see rest as in laying down, sleeping, resting, and I don't achieve that, then I'm just gonna think I'm not resting. And obviously the way you think mentally can really affect the way you do things in terms of actions. Like, it really affects you. And obviously, I'm not the one to give advice. I've learned that the hard way. Obviously, I've spoken to you guys about track and about how negatively I'm impacted by my mindset all of the time. You know. So yeah, so I'm trying to like have practice a more positive mindset. I've been trying. I've been trying to keep going. You have to fight it, and that's kind of how I've been doing. I feel like I'm trying to bring structure back into my life because of being so burnt out, I'm losing that structure and I'm just doing whatever. I downloaded Instagram again on my phone, but I deleted it yesterday, and I think TikTok just because I want to post consistently, but I'm trying not to be on it as much. And yeah, trying to bring structure back into my life. I've had the structure, but because of being burnt out, I kind of lost that structure, and I'm just trying to bring it back because the semester's not done, and the sister's gotta pick up her horses. But yeah, that's how it's been. I'm just still staring at myself, guys. Like, but that's how I've been feeling lately, and yeah. Feeling a bit trying to pick myself up again, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna go well, hopefully. But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to address. But yeah, I've been feeling pretty. I'm tapping into my femininity based on what the femininity is, based on my own definition. Um, I've been doing my thing. I've been in a dark place, but I've been still trying to look forward to positive things, or still feel like there's gonna be positivity in my day. For example, like I was studying for my midterm. I was having a hard day, but I got to see my friends, and that made me feel much better for the day. I got to get some food after one of my first midterm, and that made me feel so good. Um, yeah. So it's honestly like, for me, honestly, like I know I'm gonna have some dark days, and I know it's gonna be hard. But for me, it's about trying to find a positive aspect, even if everything else feels negative, because just sitting down and just complaining about going through a lot is easy, but it's about trying to find the positive in it, and that's what I've been working towards, and it's been good. But anyway, I've spoken a lot, I've ranted a lot. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you guys have anything to say in the comments, anything you guys want to get off your chest, any suggestion, anything at all, you guys can drop it down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another lifetime. So.